Hey guys, welcome back. It's me again. Today we are going to explore the possibilities of creating a fully undetectable reversal using a new programming language called Nim. In fact, Nim is new for me, not maybe not for you, but I'm just sharing my experience of creating a new reversal using this one. If you ask me about the language, it's pretty stable now, and the code base is really good. Uh, But only the difficulty that I face is because of the international kind of syntax style it follows, kind of Python stylish stuff. Just because I'm more familiar with Go and C Sharp, it was pretty difficult for me in the beginning. I did spend only 1 week on this one, and I just started programming. And the main thing I started normally, whenever I try to learn new programming language, I try to explore the possibilities of using it for offensive purposes. So the same thing here, I just tried with the socket programming and the basic other stuff. So once if you are familiar with any programming, any of the programming other languages, so it will be easy for you to follow. So here, yeah, today we are going to make absolutely undetectable reverse shell that can bypass your AV. And the main attracting part here is the output that is the name is making is pretty very low in Windows. The exe is making is KB files, is not a kind of MB files that normally Go makes as an output. And same like Go, you just write one code base and you can build for different operating systems. That's another attracting part. And the major thing is the huge Windows API module it has that can be used for any offensive purposes, any offensive task, the red team activity that you're performing. You can create your tools on the fly, and you can, yeah, it's just like any other mature language. You can make it use for anything, like how you're making use of PowerShell or C Sharp for any other language. So let me take you to the demo now. Yeah, I'm using Zorin as my code machine today because when I was trying my Kali Linux machine, it was getting stuck whenever I'm opening the Visual Studio code inside that. It was getting freezing up. So I just today I decided to make Kali Linux as a victim machine instead of an attacker machine. Yeah, let's just go through the code. It's pretty easy and straightforward. Just like any other languages, the import keyword is it's same as Go. We are importing the necessary modules that we need to uh, make use of the sockets and other functions. The main thing here we are going to make is the OS proc. OS proc has different functions like start process, execute CMD, execCMD, execCMDX, and some other stuffs are there. If you are interested, just go there and just explore that. Here I'm going to use execCMDX. Basically, what's doing is just getting accepting command from the CNC server over the socket, fetch that command and execute the command on the victim machine based upon the operating system is running. So yeah, that's the main part. And here we are declaring two variables. One is IP, it's a string, and port is a port number, it's an integer. And here we are creating a new socket. Here I'm just declaring a global kind of global scope variable here outside this loop, so it can be accessible inside the loop. So I'm starting uh, indefinite, like infinite kind of loop here, just to inside that this is a way to do the try catch in Nim. It's a try and accept. If there is any exception happens, it comes here. And what we are doing on the exception is we are trying to reconnect to the CNC server after every 5 seconds. The sleep method accepts number um, as actually it's a milliseconds. So I'm just giving 5000 which means it'll wait for 5 seconds, and after that tries to connect back to the CNC server again. So after connecting that, if the connection was successful, it comes here in this loop, and this loop is another infinite loop. It get it will get executed till the CNC server sends a command buy. So whenever it sees a command as buy, it just close the socket and exit the entire application. Or the other way it exits is like, suppose if there is an any or error occurs on the connectivity, then this exception happens, and this exception reaches here in this block, and it just closes the socket and just exit the system. And here inside, there's a built-in functionality in Nim Lang. You can check the system.hostOS whether it is running on Windows or Linux. So here I'm just checking is if it's running on Windows, I'm making use of cmd hyphen slash c to execute my commands on this Windows victim machine. And if it's not Windows, basically every other family, Unix family will have bin bash, bin sh hyphen c and the command. So basically it checks whether it's an Windows OS or Linux OS. Based on that, it will select these shells to execute the command. So after that, we create a final command. Final command variable will have the entire command with the shell selected. So then we exec the exec cmdx will execute the final command, and it just gives back the result to us as a string. Actually, there is one more return value here. If you check that exec cmd here, you can see it returns an integer um, exit code exit code and a string as an output. But I'm omitting that, just giving the underscore. It just omits that exit code. So after getting the result, we are sending this result back to the CMD server where we are connected. Yeah, that's all. That's the main thing happens inside this. Just like any other socket programming, it's very straightforward and easy to use. Okay, let us try this. Yeah, one more thing. Here I'm going to do in a different way. Like I'm going to use my Windows machine IP as CNC server IP. So this is not that uh, actual Linux IP that I'm running this code. This is my Windows this IP. 1.68 is this machine's IP. So I'm going to run my CNCs over here in this machine, and we'll be building these binaries for both Windows and Linux inside this one. It has a lot of binary and building options. Like I will show you some basic stuff. Let me go to yeah, just remove the build it from first I will build it for yeah, let me build it for Windows first, then we will try to do that for Linux. It's pretty straightforward. Nim C, then when you're going to build for Windows, you have to the hyphen D, then min W, then the your name file. So if there is no error, this command will basically going to create an exe file that that you can run it on Windows victims. Oh, what did I? Oh, it's him, not him. Yeah, it's just executed. I think it's a success. Yeah, we have our ss.exe here. So basically, I'm going to yeah, here I have given my CNC server as my Windows machine. So I'm going to start my server here, and then let us come here. So cp I just copied that to the observer folder to share to get it is accessible on my Windows machine. And let me check my Apache service status. Yeah, it's running. So now we created the exe file and I shared it over here. Just check my current IP is 75. So let me come to my Windows host machine. Yeah, our Defender is running here. Real-time protection is on. Let me check it here. 192 to 75. Oh yeah. No such.exe. Yeah, it says exe is dangerous. It's a usual message. It's not because it is. How to take this? Yeah, keep anyway. Okay, here I'm going to run this. Yeah, from here. Just let me open. Yeah, it's running, and our protector is on real-time protection. Let me come here. Yeah, we got an Nim shell. Just check it. Who are my IP con? Yeah, it's that machine. Basically, you can just do it. Yeah, where it is. Yeah, it is this machine. So this is actually the same code base when we build this from the Linux machine, and we made this exe and run it over here. And yeah, basically that's all. Yeah, just say bye. It will get a exit. Yeah, see less. So now we are going to make the binary for Linux from the same code base, and we're going to test it against Kali Linux. Yeah, why? Because Kali Linux was it was wasting my time. I was checking it on Kali Linux initially, and the Visual Studio code was completely getting stuck every time when I was running after 1 or 2 minutes. So today we are going to make that Kali Linux as a victim machine. Yeah, but it's in Linux. When it comes to Linux, it's not like click and run just like Windows. We have to make some changes on the permission, then we have to run it. But anyway, we will check it how it works, how the same code base is running on different OS, and how it's selecting the bin SH and the CMD based on the OS it's running. So for creating, yeah, for building the Linux base is very easy. Uh, just say nim c, then uh, just a file name. me check it. It's rev rs file. Yeah, here it is created. Rev rs, and this is the one that's previously we created. So now we are going to copy this just like the other one we did. I think maybe sudo cpu. Yep, yeah, we did copy that here. So let us go to, yeah, this node, yeah, this one. Okay, where is our calling next? Today this is my victim machine. Okay, let us download this here. 192.168.1.75, I think. Yep, reverse it. Save the file. Go to the prompt. Yeah, it's here. So yeah, we have to change that mode, execution mode. Then it will work in the next boxes. Yep. Yeah, but let us try this. It will work or not. Yeah, let me ensure that my server is running. Yeah, it's running here. Hopefully it will work. Yeah, it didn't create any error there. Yeah, we got the shell. Let me check who am I. Wow, ID. Wow, we got. Ah, now our Kali Linux is a victim machine. Yeah, we got the shell from there. As I said, the same code base is working on both OS, so we don't need to make different code base or different kind of logic for different operating systems. That's the best part of this one. And just check, if you're interested, just go and check their documentation. Is pretty straightforward, and there are a lot of compiling options, not only for Windows and Linux. It compiles for so many uh, other supporting platforms. You just check their basic compiling options. And here, something I would like to show you is when I was building from here. Uh, Suppose if I'm building from here, just say buy from here. Yep, nimc hyphen d. If let me build, let me build in release mode, then it will avoid all the. Let me show you first building it in normal with all the flags of debugging mode. Rev as such nim. Now I have built this exe with all the debug flags. But if you come here, is 308 kb with all the debugging flags. So now I just confirm that my application is working. After confirming it, you can even reduce the size of this application by saying -d release. This will avoid all the debugging flags and us checks on this one. Yep, let's see. Let us check this. See, it's from 308. It is now 236 kb. So the next thing we can try, one more option is there. It's called danger. As per their documentation, it avoids so much of checks and other stuff, and they are recommending this after confirming that your binary is working fine. Um, First, you have to build it to normal mode and then release mode. Then just confirm that everything is working fine. Then you can just try to change this to danger. mode build, then it will avoid so much of checks and other stuffs. So finally, if you're checking again, it's 219 KB. So it from the 300, it came to through 2838 or something. Then when we use the danger mode release build, now it is 219 KB. This is something very useful for malware development. Maybe the malware developers are using this for more heavy actions. So I'll be continuing this one after exploring more on NIM. I think it will be really interesting, especially I'm just really uh, fascinated about the Windows API module that they are giving. It's almost just like any other stable language. So I'll be coming with more in detail tutorials for NIM and how can we make use of NIM for our offensive red team activities or pen testing activity. Meanwhile, I'll be continuing my C Sharp tutorial after this. I just took a break from that. Actually, I took a break from my heavy buster development and C Sharp tutorial. Just got into NIM for 1 week, and this is the result of the 1 week NIM learning. I'll be coming more examples of having offensive NIM programming. Yeah, that's all for this video. See you with the next video with the next experiment next time. Till then, bye.